Hello Creative Gems, welcome to Creativity. Today we are going to use all dollar store items to create a beautiful two-tier faux marble shelving unit that will not only be stylish and functional, but will also provide plenty of storage and display space for your most treasured items. To start this project off, we are going to take a few of these number figures and embellish them, 2 8s and 2 zeros. Since these numbers are made with a hard cardboard type of material, they will make sturdy legs for our shelving unit. We begin by painting them white. The white will provide a nice backdrop to the embellishments we will be adding. You can choose any white acrylic paint or white primer if you have any leftover from a previous home project. For the sides of the numbers, we are going to add these mini mirror tiles. These mirror tiles come with a very sticky adhesive, so no glue is necessary. Make sure when you get to the top and bottom of each number that you leave about 3/4 of an inch without any of the mirror tiles. I'll show you why a little later. Once all the outer and inner sides are covered with mini mirror tiles, it's time to bling out the front and back with these loose flat back clear gems. These gems are available from the dollar store, but for the quantity that we will need for this project, I'll be digging into my larger stash that I found at Hobby Lobby. To adhere the gems, we are going to apply some clear tacky glue. The tacky glue doesn't dry as fast as hot glue, so it will give sufficient time to adjust the placement of your gems as necessary. Here you can see I'm using a different number of different sized round gems, some larger and some smaller. That way we can ensure that the entire surface area is covered with bling when we're done. Here's what the number 8 looks like. Quite dazzling with all the bling, don't you think? And here is what the 0 looks like, just as blingy and absolutely stunning. Let's set the numbers aside to allow the glue to cure and set all the embellishments in place. In the meantime, we're going to take these wooden planks and prep them. These ones are from the dollar store, so they are a little on the thin side. If you prefer thicker shelves, you could also opt for some wooden planks from your local hardware store. Best part is that this project is very budget friendly and as all materials are available from the Dollar Tree. To begin, we are going to set the wood plank boards on a raised surface. Here you can see I'm just using 2 rolls of painter tape to set the wood on top of. We will then apply 1 to 2 layers of white paint directly onto the wood boards. You can use any acrylic paint, or if you happen to have some leftover white paint or primer from the hardware store, that will work fine as well. When applying the paint, make sure you cover all the sides of the wood board, front, back, and all the edges as well. And while we work on that, I would like to take a moment to thank all the returning viewers to my channel for tuning in to today's craft project. If you are visiting for the first time, I would like to extend a warm welcome. And if you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, I would love it if you would support my channel by hitting the subscribe button so you can be notified of my future DIY craft videos. Once the paint on the wood board is fully dry, we will need to make a small batch of paint containing mostly water and a bit of gray paint. Here I'm using some silver metallic acrylic paint from the dollar store and adding it to a small tin container of water. You'll want to have the mixture to be very liquidy, so make sure you apply only a bit of paint to the water. Use the tip of your paintbrush to stir the mixture so the paint infuses into the water. Then take a small sponge and dab it into the paint water mixture. Squeeze out the excess and then start lightly dabbing the surface area of the wood board. It's better to apply conservatively at first because you can always layer on more as you work through the piece. As you repeat the application of paint water to the board, have a sheet of paper towel handy in case you need to squeeze out the excess from the sponge. Otherwise, you may create too many air bubbles on the wood board, which will take longer to dry. Keep repeating the application of the paint water with your sponge until a first layer is applied across the board. You'll notice that as the paint water dries on the board, the gray will become fainter. If you want the gray to come through more prominently, simply continue to add another layer of paint water to the board. Again, go slowly so you can keep control of how much paint is applied and how prominently the gray shows through. And here's what the board looks like so far with the paint about 3/4 dry. Next, you're going to want to take a dry side of your sponge and gently drag it in short strokes across the board. This will begin to blend some of the gray with the white so that you do not see any harsh lines. You'll start to notice the beginnings of some marbling. Next comes the really fun part. To create the veining that you typically see in marble countertops, you will need to use a paintbrush with a very pointy tip. Apply the dry tip of the paintbrush directly to your gray paint. A little goes a long way, so no need to saturate the paintbrush at all. When creating the veining, apply fine strokes lightly. They should be slightly jagged, definitely not straight. Don't forget to carry the veining to the edges of the wood board as well to give it a more convincing look. Take your time and make sure you don't add too many veins at once. Go slow, as you can always add more veins, but it would be pretty difficult to remove them if there are too many. The veins should also be drawn diagonally rather than vertically or straight across horizontally. Remember, the idea is to mimic the look of marble, so you want to make it look as natural as possible. Here you can see I'm also alternating between the paintbrush and the sponge to ensure the gray color blends so there are no harsh strokes. And some of the veining should be slightly darker than others, again to give it a more natural look. And the veins should also be of different lengths, some shorter than others, and some should branch out as well, like trees on a branch. And the beauty of this technique is that it is perfect for beginners like myself because you can keep applying more layers if you want to make the marbling more prominent. Here's what our board looks like so far. You can already see how similar this wood piece is to marble. The veins are showing through the base white background and they are carried through to the edges of the board. But we're not quite done yet. As the final step, when you are satisfied with the marbling, you will want to apply a gloss finish to make the piece shiny and slightly reflective. For this, we are going to apply a couple of coats of Mod Podge. Mod Podge comes in a variety of finishes, but for this project we will definitely want to choose the gloss finish in order to get that shiny effect. The Mod Podge, which is water-based, will dry clear and will act as a sealer as well. Here you will notice that I'm actually mixing the Mod Podge with some water. This is because the Mod Podge is glue and comes quite thick, so we want to water it down roughly 50% Mod Podge and 50% water. You want to add enough water until you get a milk-like consistency. Once the mixture is ready to use a foam brush to apply the Mod Podge to the board. The glossier the finish you want, the more coats you will want to apply. But make sure you let each coat dry fully before applying the next coat. For my board, I ended up applying about 3 coats in total. Take a look at the marbling on these wooden planks. The pattern we have created with the paint resembles the natural swirls and veins of real marble. We started with a base color of white followed by layers of multiple shades of gray that mimic the intricate veins and patterns found in natural marble. Just like real marble, the veins created on these planks run a horizontal and diagonal direction, which mimics movement and flow. Using the sponge and thin, pointed paintbrush helped us blend the subtle gray shades to give a natural look. For the next step, we will need to attach the legs to the wooden planks. I have chosen to use Faux, which is a strong adhesive, but if you prefer, you could opt to drill a screw through for extra hold. Once the Faux has been applied, we're going to clamp each of the wooden planks to the legs overnight to allow ample time for the Faux to cure. And here are the pair of faux marble shells with the legs attached. One of the shells has been embellished with mirror tiles while the other has been left as is, providing 2 unique options to suit any style or preference. When stacked, these shelves provide ample display and storage space for a variety of small items such as jewelry, trinkets, or decorative accents. The full marble finish adds a touch of sophistication and elegance to any room, making this shelving unit a versatile and attractive addition to your home decor. For those who prefer a more understated look, the second shelf without the mirror tiles is an excellent alternative. Its simple and clean lines make it a versatile piece that can be used in a variety of settings, from a living room or bedroom to a bathroom or kitchen. One of the benefits of these faux marble shelves is their flexibility. They can be placed on a table, bureau, buffet table, or countertop, making them ideal for small spaces or for adding a touch of style to a variety of rooms in your home. They are also lightweight and easy to move, making it easy to change up your decor whenever you like. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel and share with other creative gems. Also, hit the notification bell and check out these next videos for more glam home decor ideas.